Hi, it's me, Jordan Long, and today I'm going to talk about, someone who likes to give you, who likes to give you a hard time, for, um, for not cleaning out my films. So, you're going to have these folks, and I've talked about this many times, and I think I have the right to talk about this many times. So you're going to have these folks out here that they skilled whatever film shifting tool there was. Either it be the small soft filmmaker, which shift its name many times, or the Apple i iFilm, or either have skilled the ArcSoft web shooter friend or ArcSoft film for layer, or the Mackie Cam or the Sony Vegas shifter or the Last Cut or all the other ones out there that I am not. Oh, and they also, some of them have skilled the YouTube one and on so, or in the cyberlink, or most likely on the interweb link, strength overseer. I pretty much, those are all the English words for it, since the other words will be borrowed. But you get my ground. There's always going to be someone who skilled either the Microsoft, the ArcSoft, the Apple, the Mackie Cam, the Sony, the YouTube, the Cyberlink, whatever one's out there, the Last Cuts, whatever. So they skilled all of them. And then some of them, well, not the ones, but mostly are haters that will come on and tell you things like, oh, the shifter is your friend. Well, if shifter was my friend, as you folks like to say, then why is shifter ends up fucking up my films more than helping it? It only meets halfway. You all talk about how, oh, well, it can do this and do that. Well, at the end of the day, all the Microsoft or the ArcSoft or the Cyberlink tools I ever worked with, the only thing they did was either make my films brighter, but not really that much. Make them darker, which at the end of the day wasn't the only rule, is not much. And then, oh, if you want to do some outstanding drawings or put your name on it or something, yeah. You want to cut things out? That's when you are asking for your film to get besmirched. And I know that a lot of folks have skilled it, but I don't have to skill it. I'm never going to skill it. It's never going to be never going to skill it, and it's never going to happen. There's no law or oversight that says I have to work with those tools. And haters always they say they're scathing, but the truth is they're just making fun of you, and by making you believe that if you do this, you'll get them on your side. Well, I like to think my films are lifelike the way they are. And in true life or daily life, you cannot do that. If something goes wrong, you can't shift things. You can't make things brighter, can't make them darker. You can't do any outstanding drawings on it, put your name on it. You can't unput and input things, and you can't cut things out. So, that's why farseer shows and films and whatnot are not lifelike, because they got things that are put on in true life or daily life you cannot do. So they're too hard to work with, and I choose not to do them. And there was always someone that had to always had to be a hater that would say, oh, well, shifter is your friend. Oh, well, you need to shift this stuff out. Why do I need to shift it out for? I don't know. I just think you need to shift it out. Or are you going to watch it if I shift it out or shift it in? No. You going to say shit about it either way? Yes. Well, you see, Hello Kitty, you just showed everyone I'm talking about. So, yeah. At the end of the day, I don't have to do that shit. And if that's the grounds to why I don't get a lot of watch time or followers, then that's all right with me. If that's the grounds to why some folks don't like my films, well, you can't make everyone like you. It is what it is. Then oh well. But at the end of the day, I like my films the way I make them. Now, I have the right to say I like my stuff. What anybody else has their thought of my work is their own business and good for them. You know. But I have the right to say my work is good and somebody else has the right to say it's good or bad. But they have no truth to it. You know? So it's always going to be that. And why do I always come back to this again? Because it's probably an ongoing thing. You know, there's always going to be someone out there thinking, well, I skilled whatever film shifting tool it is, and you should do it too. Well, at the end of the day, they're all clutter. They don't really do what they say they'll do. There's really no book or anything that tells you how to do this stuff. You just throw film on and start fucking around with all the settings until you learn, oh, I want to do that, or oh, I don't want to do that. You know? And I get it. A lot of those film shifting tools I talked about were freeware. And some of them are not even around anymore. You know, ArcSoft, they just make film shifting tool stuff for far speakers now. They don't do it for the record anymore. And Microsoft, well, after renaming their film shifting tool so many times, it's still the same one at the end of the day. And Apple, I've never worked with yours, but I bet yours is shitty too. And same thing with the CyberLink one. The CyberLink one I worked with was broken. All it did was film. And the ArcSoft stuff I worked with, well, it only made my films brighter, made it darker, put a name on it, and it wasn't really good when it came to cutting out things. So at the end of the day, everyone who keeps telling me, oh, Shifter is your friend, well, maybe, yeah. Is may an English word? I don't know. Anyway, that might be true for you, but for me, it's a foe. Or for me, it's a friend that can only help you with some, but not all your work. A friend that has a weakness with one break of the work. I don't want to tell you this, but my weakness is that I can't cut things out of your films. And if I do, I can't bring them back together. Well, thank you for letting me know about that weakness. I'm sad you can't help me with that. Oh, I'm sad too. Yeah, well, that's how these film shifting tools are like. Someone who has strengths in some steads, but has weaknesses in other steads. You know? So it is what it is. I choose to do what I want to do for my own films. You do what you want for your films. If you have skill, the Microsoft, the ArcSoft, the CyberLink, the Apple, the Macicam, the Sony, whatever the Final Cut, whatever, all the other ones out there, good for you. But I will never skill them. They're all too hard to work, and they all have some kind of weakness when it comes to cutting out things in your film. So that's why I don't do it. You know? Sorry for clearing my throat there. I'm Jordan Long, and I hope you like this film.